Okay, well, hello, my friend, and welcome back. We are finally at module number 5, which may not seem significant, but we're finally getting to the core of why we are together, and that is to help you determine and build your profitable community. Everything we've done up until now has been extremely critical, because if you don't have your foundation, if you don't know who your ideal client avatar is, and you don't know what your message is, and you don't know what your mastery is, you're not going to be able to bring people together, because your tribe are a bunch of people that are coming together for a common good. They're there to support each other, for you to support them, and for you to all move forward on your particular journey. So as we dive into the different tribes that I'm going to be featuring in today's lesson, what I want to first talk about is the first lesson is when we bring people together, we're not necessarily bringing together the right people. We're not bringing together our treasured tribes, our future clients and prospects. We're just bringing people together randomly. I see it all the time where women start Facebook groups, and I'm one that did the same thing. When I started my Facebook group, I was not clear on who I was going to serve. I had so many things going on. I still have multiple Facebook groups, and they're all focused around a core principle or a core outcome for my people. And I have a big group, the DPWN Dynamic Women of Impact, and it's about women creating a bigger impact in the world, but it's so general and so vague that there's not a lot of people that see it and say, oh, I've got to be a part of that. So some of my other Facebook groups are more clear because they're more specific and they're more niche focused. But if you're going to spend a lot of time building a Facebook group, you need to make sure that it's going to actually provide value for you. If not, you're just wasting a lot of time. And so I'm not going to focus in this training so much on all of the problems or the things that people aren't doing. I'm going to give you specific solutions, and I'm going to dive into the various tribes in a way that you are able to move forward and start putting your different tribes together. And the first tribe that I'm going to be focusing on is your primary tribe. And again, this is typically a Facebook group. Now, there are other ways to bring people together, but Facebook is such a huge platform. There are so many people on it. Depending on your business, you can find your niche clients on Facebook. I don't think there's any area of business that you cannot find your people. Now, maybe your people will be in other platforms, maybe in a greater number, but not those other platforms don't have the same functionality as a Facebook group. So the more clear you can get on who you serve and how you serve them, and you position that specifically as the group name, the title, the brand of that group, and your tribe will find it, they'll come to it. And the best thing about a Facebook group is it not only gives you the ability to talk to your people, but it gives them the ability to talk to you, and them the ability to talk to each other. So whatever you're doing, you need to start assembling a group of people that have the same interests and the same goals. So now as you are supporting them, serving them, adding value to them, you are helping them on their journey for free, but now they're getting to know you. Now they're getting to like you. Now they're getting to trust you. You're doing various things in that group, whether it's Facebook Lives, whether it's scheduled posts, whether it's questions, answers, just random support. You are doing everything you can to help them. And you want to throw out a few, what I would say, call to actions or offers, but it's got to be at a good ratio. And I like to do the 80-20 rule, do 80% value, 20% ask. And so if you can kind of keep close to that and do the best you can to help a ton of people, that way when you ask for something, now they're going to respond to you. So you really need to start building your primary tribe and have those three-way lines of communication. And so the next tribe I want to talk about is your leverageable tribe. Now, if you look at your business, there are people that do different aspects of what they do, but you serve the same type of a client. Now, in the Dynamic Professional Women's Network and how I explained in my Treasured Tribes book, this is what I call a power team. And we're not talking about a power team here, but typically what a power team would be a group of professionals, could be 2, could be 3 or more, I would say 3 or more, and they all have products and services that can help one particular person. Now, a good example of that would be a homeowner. Say a homeowner needs a realtor, they need an insurance agent, they need a mortgage professional, they need I was going to say an adjuster, but somebody that appraisal, they need a financial advisor, they need an attorney. So all of those aspects would be a power team because you're all serving the same client. But what we're talking about here is your leverageable tribe. Now, these are the people that what I call are upstream from you. These are people that either create or identify a problem for that client that you can serve. So a good example of this could be, now there's upstream partners and there are downstream partners, but right now we're talking about upstream partners. And so an upstream partner would be, like, say you were, we're going to use the same example. Say you are a realtor. Your upstream say you're a mortgage professional, because there's a flow. So if you're a mortgage professional, you get your clients typically from a realtor. So somebody is going to buy a house, they find a realtor. Now the realtor says, oh, I found this house, but now you need a mortgage. And so now that would go downstream to that mortgage person. So as a mortgage professional, my upstream leverageable tribe partners was a realtor. Could have also been a financial advisor. A financial advisor or a CPA, because they've done the numbers and they think, oh, wow, you got a great mortgage, but your interest is so high. And so why don't you get a hold of the mortgage professional and they will help you get a lower rate. So another example would be, as a business coach, I help people identify their signature brand, right? What is their irresistible brand? And a good upstream partner for me would be somebody that was, say, a mindset coach. Now, say somebody wants to start a business, but they don't know what to do, and they know that they're stuck, and they know that they're afraid, they're not ready to start a business, they want to. And that mindset coach walks them through the pieces to feel that I'm ready. Or maybe a personal coach trying to identify what it is that they're doing. So I know one of my good upstream partners is a passion coach, and she helps people identify their passion. And then once they've identified what it is that they want to do, then that person will come to me and I help them build a profitable business around that. So once you can get a good team of your upstream partners together, then they're constantly throwing business to you. They're constantly feeding you referrals. But you've got to get a great team of those partners, because you want to be able to have a lot of resources to be able to get those prospects. Now, other ways to get upstream partners would be to have different events that you do together, or different events that you're a part of, that, and now all of a sudden you get clients from them. So there's a lot of ways to build those relationships with people that will constantly send you referrals. And then the next way to build another tribe would be your affiliate tribe. Now these would be your downstream partners, and these would be people that once you've done working with your client, you would send them on to that next person on that journey, And not only will you give that person those connections, but now you get a referral fee or some sort of a kickback for making those connections. Now, I do this with my Overcoming Mediocrity clients. Every time they send me a referral or, continue to bring me more people, then I have a really great referral program that gives them a great benefit. But now other ways to build those affiliate partnerships would be, and I'll give you some examples of what I use. So websites. So a lot of my clients need websites. So I will send them to a website designer, or I will send them to a website tool online or a hosting company. But I send specific affiliate links. So if somebody makes a purchase, now I get a piece of that process. And so the more affiliate relationships you can create, the more you're helping people, they're helping you. It like kind of creates this wonderful circle. And now you are seen as a connector and you've got more profit streams coming in. So continue to work on building these tribes, and I will see you on the next module where we will now focus on building your profitable list. That's all I have for today, and have a great rest of the day. Hello, and welcome back to Module 5, where we're going to be going through Step 5 of the Profitable Community Playbook, and we're going to be talking about your community. We're going to be getting into the different types of tribes you're going to be creating, and we're going to be talking about how to put them together strategically, which ones to use, and how to leverage them. So up until recently, well, I should say up until 4 or 5 years ago, my whole focus as the founder of the Dynamic Professional Women's Network was to build a community of referral partners. I knew back in, 2003, when I was in the mortgage industry, back at a time when everybody and their brother and sisters were selling mortgages because everybody was refinancing and buying homes. The rates were so low. I think they're actually lower now, but we have different regulations in place. But back then there wasn't regulations, and there was mortgage people everywhere. And I was networking, I was passing my business cards around, and I was super busy, but I wasn't getting business. And so I heard about the whole concept of a referral group. And that is when you unite with other people, you support each other on your journey to build your businesses together, and then you refer clients to each other. It's kind of like you become an extended sales team together. And that way, if I know somebody that could be an ideal client for one of my referral partners, I'd make that introduction. It was a warm connection. They'd have that phone call, and the conversion rate was very high because that person was expecting that phone call. They had a need, and that need was being met, and everybody was happy. So that is, for me, the ideal scenario to get clients. But what's happened since then is the whole age of internet has come together, and people are online. They're doing things, doing all kinds of activities in Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and now TikTok and all these different ways, Pinterest and YouTube and all these different ways. So we're attracting audiences all over, but if we don't create these audiences in a way that they're going to be converted into clients, what happens is we're just out mass marketing. And I want to get you to shift your thinking and stop marketing and start building a loyal community. Build connections with people that are going to support you. Build connections with people that are going to know, like, and trust you. That way, when you share your message and you share your offerings, people are going to be receptive to you. They're going to want your help, and you're going to be able to dive right into helping them. And you're not going to feel like this sleazy salesperson out there just trying to sell your stuff. You're basically serving them in a way that they will be really excited to work with you. So the 3 different kind of tribes we're going to be talking about will be your primary tribe, your leverageable tribe, and your affiliate tribe. So let's start with your primary tribe. This is where you want to bring people when you're out there doing things in other platforms. Maybe you're posting on Instagram, maybe you're posting on YouTube, whatever you're doing, you want to bring people to one place. Now, yes, you want to bring them on your email list because that's where you're going to nurture them. That's where you're going to communicate with them, but you're not able to form relationships with email. That's just a one-way channel of communication. But if you can build a very strong, dynamic, engaged group in Facebook, where not only are you serving your clients, they're able to ask you questions, and then more importantly, they're able to connect with each other. That is where the magic's going to happen. Now, you don't even have to have a big group to make this a great Facebook group. You just need to have them all engaged and all focused on one commonality. And so if you build your group on Facebook, what you need to do is be very specific with the title of what that group is for and in the description of how you're serving your clients. Now, I personally have a big Facebook group, and it's a very generic Facebook group. It's my Dynamic Women of Impact DPWN Global group, and it's my free group to just bring women together. It's not the most engaged group because it's very generic, and it's really meant to kind of target a broad audience. But my other Facebook groups that are very specific on serving a specific clientele, those are the groups that are really rocking it because it's creating that community, it's creating engagement. I'm serving them, they're asking questions. When I post, people are replying, and those are my groups that I find to be the most beneficial. So create that group on Facebook as your primary tribe. There are other ways to connect with people, but none of the other platforms have the ability to connect in this three-way triangle type of a way like they do in the Facebook groups. Also, if you are not quite sure of all the functionality of a Facebook group, I do encourage you to join my Dynamic Women of Impact group because I've utilized units. I've got different components of the group that I find to be very, very helpful for people to get plugged in. Then the next thing we're going to focus on would be your leverageable and your affiliate tribes. So this is what I call your referral partners, your brand advocates. These are people that are out there. They may be past clients that have worked with you or even current clients that are referring business to you. And that could be a certain segment of your leverageable tribe and your affiliate tribe. But ideally, what you want to do is bring in other people that have similar audiences that you are serving, that you can kind of share business together. Now, I've broken this up into two categories. I've got your upstream, which are your leverageable tribes, and then your downstream, which are your affiliate tribes. So your leverageable tribes would be other people's audiences, other people's clients that you could serve. They either create or identify a problem. They work with that person, identify or create a problem, and now you can help them in that next step of the journey. And so if you can create a ton of these relationships, then you constantly have people supporting you on everything you do. You have a launch, they're willing to send people to you. You have a new product, they're sending people to you because now they're serving you're serving their people, and it's making them appear to be very influential, and it's helping their clients as well. So it's helping as a win-win for everybody. Now, in these relationships, there are ways that could be done that will be like a sponsorship or commission-based, and that is completely up to you. They could be free relationships where there's nothing like that, but you want to make sure you have a big team of people that are referring clients to you. And as we go on to our affiliate tribe, those are businesses that are downstream of you. So you have worked with somebody, now you've created or identified a problem that they need solved, and now you can send that person on to the next step in their journey, and then ideally you get a referral or a commission by sending that person to that client or to that company or to that service. And so these could be called affiliate relationships, JV opportunities, but you can create multiple streams in your business by establishing these very strategic partnerships. And then not only does it give you additional revenue streams, but now it makes everybody's job easier because now you've got these natural progressions to make your clients get the full experience that they're looking for. And I know for me, one of the pieces that I found to be very difficult to have in my process is editors, like developmental editors. And I don't have a big team of developmental editors. That would be a really great downstream affiliate relationship for me, because I have clients all the time that are looking for to have a book. They've written their book, but it needs a lot of work. But because there are so many different types of writing styles and niches and different types of books, you need to have a big pool of editors, developmental editors that have very specific areas of expertise. And so identifying all of those different resources is something I'm working on. But once I can get all of those different resources in place, it's going to make my job so much easier, and it's going to really enhance my client's experience. But right now, I just say, I don't really have a developmental editor that that could meet your need, that I've worked with, that I know is experienced and gives good results. So find that person and come back to me. And that's not what you want to do. You want to make sure you're holding your client's hand every step of the way and not do what I'm doing in that situation. But I've got tons of partnerships in other areas that I'm working on. So I'm hoping you found that to be helpful. I'm hoping that so far you're moving ahead and this is all making a lot of sense, and you are on your way to building your own profitable community. And I will see you in the next session. Bye-bye for now.